All right, y'all know what it is. After game 8 from the Philadelphia Eagles, the Eagles are 8-0. It's 4-4. 4-4. It's 8-0. But we got some report cards. We got to grade the second quarter of the season. I told y'all I'm going to be doing this every quarter. First, second, third, and fourth quarter. This is the second, and these are the grades that we're going to be giving out. Some people may honor roll. Some people didn't. Let's talk about it, y'all. Yo, that! A-G-L-E-S.
Eagles! Eagles!
Say fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yo, that man, you know who it is, you know what it is. Your boy, Philly Fresh, a.k.a. the General here reporting for duty. Listen, if you have not done it, I appreciate it if you hit that sub button that's right down there. There it go. Yes, and also, it is a bell next to it to let you know when I put up all this flavor. Last but not least, it's a like button, man. Press the like button for your boy. However the algorithm works, more people get to see me, more people get to see the merch. And hopefully one day I can quit my job, man. Holla at me. Fresh fact. Fresh fact is, no matter what, you can't escape the inevitable. We all know it's certain things that are just destined. It's really two things that you can't get out of. That is taxes and that's death. We understand that, right? But there are things that you can change. You might not always be able to change your future, but that doesn't mean you just have to roll with it and just because something happened in the past and you just say my future's over. No. Get up off your ass. Get up off your butt and go do something about it if you took a loss. Get up off your ass. Get up off your butt. Go do something if you're in a situation to where as though you was eating or you was doing this and you was doing that at one point, but then the next point just wasn't there. Go find that situation again or find another situation. Don't sleep. Don't sleep because time can pass you by like that. All right. The Philadelphia Eagles grading system, we are going to stop at the top. We are going to start at the top. It's really not the bottom. It really ain't no bottom here when we talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, when I say the top, we're going to start with the coaching staffs. I'm going to go offense. Shane Steichen, Nick Sirianni, and the rest of the coaches. A+. A+. Every single game is something different. These last 4 games, right? Let's talk about it. You come to the Cardinals game, right? And it was looking like they can do something with us, but then that didn't happen. So you have a situation to where as though you put Jalen Hurts in immaculate perspectives on using the run-pass option. This run-pass option is really, really, really taking over the lead because you can't do nothing about it because we have the right quarterback. And they are using him to his best ability. When I say his best ability, it's games, and we're going to go over Jalen Hurts' stats that he may run. It's games he doesn't have to run. You know, it was a game he only ran for 10 yards. We're going to talk about that. Shane Steichen, Nick Sirianni, the rest of y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all get an A+ from me. Y'all doing y'all thing. I mean, the points we putting up, not over, nothing under 20. So you're putting up big points. And it's looking like every single time you come there, it's a different team. Yeah, we can beat you with the run. But that's not all we can do. We got a quarterback that can throw in the pocket. We can beat you with screens, but that's not all we can do. we got a wide receiver, a couple wide receivers that can go down and get the long ball. And we're going to talk about A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, because they're attacking different defenses differently. And they're using the safety and the corner. It's three really players that they're really looking at is making Jalen Hurts' job so much easier, because you have talent also. That crashing defensive end, the linebacker, and also the safety. He's looking at those three guys and reacting to what they are acting to. And it's looking like it's been working, man. All right, so defensive coach, Mr. John Gannon. I'm gonna have to give you a B. I want to say B minus, but I ain't gonna do that to you, because these guys haven't putting up sacks. Yes, they have, but we do have a problem in the run game, and I think that the run scheme needs to change, and you got to figure out a way. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say Pierce isn't a dog. He is, but when you look at it, let's look at rushing. Okay, so Connor. This is the first game of the first four we talking about. Connor put up 55 yards. Kyler Murray put up 42. But that's when he started getting into a groove and yada, yada, yada. Benjamin put up 25, and that's really it, okay? But then when you get deeper into situations, when you look at Cowboys, I think we shut the Cowboys really down. Ezekiel Elliott had 81 yards. 6.2 yards a carry. Pollard had 44. That was a problem, especially in the second half, and it was looking like we couldn't adjust to it. Only thing that we could do was turn the ball over and score more than them. Now, if we want to be a team that just want to score more than everybody, you're not always going to win like that, especially we're built for the playoffs. We're supposed to be built for the playoffs. So we got to find a way to stop the run. Next game. Who we had? The Steelers. I think we shut them down, though. Steelers. Warner had 50 yards. Pickett, their quarterback, had 37. Harris only had 32. Now, their star didn't really get off, but Warner was doing a lot of the dirty work. And then you go to last week, Thursday, and I get it. Coming off a bye, and you play 2 games in 5 days. I get it. I understand it. But to me, this is unacceptable to have Pierce, a rookie, and he's a dog, go for 139 yards. That's why you get a B to me. Now, talk about cornerbacks and putting them in positions, and we're gonna talk about the interceptions, and we're gonna talk about the sacks. But this rushing attack right now is a problem to me, and I think it's schematics. It's not always the players, because the players are not in the right spots. So if teams know, they can put on tape and look at what we're doing and try to attack those holes, you have to make adjustments, Jonathan Gannon. But other than that, you've been doing your thing. That's why you get a big quarterback play. What can I say? Gets an A++. I mean, let's go to the first game and just look at the stats. And let's talk about it. Okay, so Jalen Hurts against the Arizona Cardinals. This wasn't 2 years ago, Arizona Cardinals, Jalen Hurts. But it was productive. I mean, only got sacked 2 times. Shout out to the offensive line. 36 attempts, 26 completions, right? 239 yards, 15 attempts rushing, and 61 yards, but 2 touchdowns on the ground. This is what I'm saying, that this offense can beat you many ways. Jalen Hurts can come out there and throw for 3 touchdowns. He can come out there and rush for 3 touchdowns. That's why, to me, this guy is leading MVP, and I think like a 4 touchdown game against the Washington Commanders, I think that'll put him solidified up there. especially after Josh Allen taking a loss. I mean, yeah, taking a loss. Josh Allen and the Bills taking a loss. So we go to the next game. The next game with Jalen Hurts, right? So Jalen Hurts, 25 attempts, 15 completions, only 155 yards. He got sacked 4 times, but still had 2 passing touchdowns. And not only that, ran for 9 completions, 27 yards, and got the job done. Got the job done against the Cowboys. Now, it's not eye-popping when you look at it, but you have to actually watch the game and see how he commanded and he terrorized number 11. Number 11, Micah Parsons, he terrorized him. When I say terrorize him, he had him not knowing what to do, where to go. Because you blink your eye, Jalen Hurts could be gone. You blink your eye, Miles Sanders could be gone. You blink your eye, he's throwing to A.J. Brown for a 30-yard gain. It was a magnificent showing from the quarterback and also the coaching staff. Okay, so now we go to the Steelers. What do you do against the Steelers? 285 yards, 28 completions, 28 attempts, 19 completions, right? 4 TDs in the air. 4 TDs. And this is why I'm thinking that he's up there in the MVP when you have a showing like this. And then he only ran the ball 10 yards. I told you we was going to talk about it. 2 attempts, 10 yards. Once again, this man can beat you with his legs, and he can beat you with his arm. The dual quarterback is the most hardest to deal with in the NFL. You got your Josh Allens, you know what I mean, your Patrick Mahomes, your Lamar Jacksons. These are the top guys. It's really no stationary quarterback that's the top guy. Even everybody praising, I can't remember his name, the dude from the Chargers. He runs too. The dual quarterback is so hard to deal with, and I think Jalen Hurts is figuring it out. So we go to the last game Thursday night, right? Once again, only 6 incompletions, 27 attempts, 21 completions, 234 yards. See, Jalen Hurts is not going to say he's not, but they're not putting him in positions to where, one of these games, I forgot. One of these games, and that was the Pittsburgh game, he didn't even play the 4th quarter. But we ain't going to talk about that. All right. They're not putting him in position to where he got to throw 50 times. The defense is not, and we're going to talk about the defense. And he only rushed for 23 yards that game. So when you look at it, everybody's saying he can't win because he's a running quarterback. Well, these stats show that he's not. He's a quarterback that can run. It's a difference. Hold on. Take a sip. All right. Running backs. Miles Sanders leading the way, man. Miles Sanders has been doing an excellent job these last 4 games. He has been seeing the holes. He has been getting to them. He has been chip blocking. He has been doing everything that's been asked of him. And it might be contract time. But let's talk about his stats. Only 58 yards, 3.9 a carry against the Arizona Cardinals. But Jalen Hurts was really taking over. A lot of those RPOs Jalen Hurts was keeping because of guys like Budda Baker. They was really focusing on Miles Sanders, right? So he really kind of took over that situation. But, did he score that game? Nope. Miles didn't score that game. So now we go to against Dallas. What did my man do against Dallas? 71 yards, 3.9 a carry, 18 attempts, and a touchdown. Like that. Okay? Then we go to Miles Sanders again against the Steelers, 78 yards, 9 attempts for 78 yards. I thought he should have got the ball more. I thought he should have got the ball more. Against the Steelers, I'm sad to say that we only ran the ball 20 times. And I get it. This was the A.J. Brown showing, and we gonna talk about that. It was just working. But he still averaged 8.7 yards a carry. 8.7 yards a carry. I wouldn't think that you would get this man the ball more, but it was a blowout. Rest of the guys in the fourth quarter, a win is a win. Against the Texans, where we at? Where you at, Miles? Where you at? 93 yards. Could have probably cracked 100. They just didn't. Only 17 attempts, 5.5 yards a carry, and a tub. Could have cracked 100, but didn't. But was efficient. Miles Sanders get an A. Miles Sanders gets an A. And this is the guy, once again, all these guys I talked about, yes, Jalen Hurts did have a fumble. But you got to understand, and this also goes to coaching too, that we got one turnover in these 4 games I'm talking about. So you're not going to hear me talking about guys fumbling the ball. You're not going to hear me talk about interceptions. It was one fumble, one loss, that's it. No. Yeah. One fumble, one loss, that's it. Okay, so let's talk about the wide receivers. I know everybody excited about this. Devontae Smith balled out against the Cardinals. 11 targets, 10 receptions, 87 yards, no touchdowns, but still was balling. Dallas Goedert, oh my gosh. Yes, I'm not talking about tight ends are going to be with the wide receivers. 9 targets, 8 receptions, 95 yards. A.J. Brown, 7 targets, 3 receptions, 32 yards, right? Quez Watkins, 4 targets, 3 receptions, 19 yards, okay? Quez Watkins is really the guy on, and this is why when I grade this, I'm going to tell you why. He's really the guy on the milk carton to me. And some of that could be coaching, some of that because he's not getting open, I don't know. But to me, if you have Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, you should find a way to beat one-on-ones. So we're going to go to the next game against the Dallas Cowboys, right? A.J. Brown, 8 targets, 5 yards, 67 yards. Devontae Smith, 5 targets, 5 receptions, 44 yards. Dallas Goedert, 6 targets, 2 receptions, 22 yards. Jack Stroll came through, one completion for 21 yards. This wasn't a big, immaculate receiving day, but you still got the job done. Still beat them Cowboys. Next game, Steelers. This was the coming out party. This was the Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, y'all can't do nothing with us party. So let's talk about it. A.J. Brown, 10 targets, 6 receptions, 156 yards. He had 156 yards on 6 receptions. And he had 3 touchdowns. He should have had 5. When he got tracked down on and got clowned on, thought it was hilarious. But also, it was another one bobbled and fumbled or whatever you want to call it. Could have had 5. But he didn't. Then you had Dallas Goedert, 6 for 6, again. 64 yards. Devontae Smith, 8 for 5, 23 yards. Zach Pascal, 2 receptions, 2 targets, 2 receptions, 57 yards, and 1 touchdown. This is the air and out party. This was bombs over Baghdad in this game. And I was proud of these guys. Then we go to Thursday. What we do Thursday for the wide receivers? Let's see. Dallas Goedert led the way. 9 targets, 8 receptions, 100 yards, exactly, 1 touchdown. A.J. Brown, 4 targets, 6 targets, 4 receptions, 59 yards in the tub. And then a lot of guys were sprinkled in there. You've seen some Quez Watkins sightings with 2 receptions, 25 yards. You've seen Kenneth Gainwell being acclimated, which I need to see more of, coaching staff. Yes. And you also seen Jack Stroll in there, 13 yards. Zach Pascal again. To me, I give the wide receiver, because A.J. Brown is so dominant and Devontae Smith is coming to his own, I give the wide receivers a A-. And the reason they get an A- is because of what I said earlier. Quez Watkins needs to find a way to get open. I'm looking at this tape, and it's like you're getting so much one-on-one. A lot of that can be scheme. You don't have to just throw to Quez Watkins on screens. I get it. I understand it. But still, he has to find a way to get open. He has speed, but he doesn't hand fight. Quez Watkins has to do more hand fighting, y'all. And this, if that happens, this offense goes to a whole nother level. With that speed, and if he can get open and hand fight, I'm just saying, y'all. Everything can be perfect, but just saying. Defensive line. I'm just going to say this off the rip. I'm up and down on this because, yes, Hargrave came on 3 sacks last game. You still got Brandon Graham. Josh Sweat was kind of still on the milk carton to me. I need to see more from Josh Sweat. You just got paid, brother. You just got paid. I need to see more, especially in the run game. The run game has to be better, and it starts with the defensive line. We can talk about linebackers. Yes, they stick the running backs, but you have to be dominant in getting these guys, the opposing offensive line, push back. And that's where everything starts. If you push them back, now the linebackers can push up. To me, this hurts, but I'm going to have to get them a B. Because I understand what they're doing against quarterbacks. I understand the sacks. I get it. I understand. But the running, like to be ran on, how we've been ran on, let's talk about it. Josh Connor, 55 yards, right? That wasn't that bad. Elliott, 81 yards. We went over this. So it's like, to me, you had to find a way to stop this run, because better teams, you go against the Packers, even though their record doesn't say that they're better, but they still do have a guy. You go against the Titans, even though they got their rookie quarterback, I get it, but that's still Derrick Henry there. And they think that they can feast on running and you don't get a lead. To me, the defense is looking at the offense to say, get us a lead, and then they can't run the ball on us. But Dallas still showed that they was going to run the ball. It didn't help them, but it was positive yards that they was getting. That has to stop. Cornerbacks. Only bad showing I seen was from Bradbury last game. I thought that he was kind of out of sorts, whatever the case may be. But they've been turning the ball over. Interception after interception. Still no game this year yet without an interception. So let's go against which call? How many interceptions we had? Hold up. Against Arizona. And it's crazy, last game I thought we was going to get out of there without an interception, but Bradbury redeemed himself in getting the interception. We're going to talk about that. Okay, defense. Interceptions. So you got C.J. Gardner with 1 interception last game. Not last game, sorry, against the Cardinals. You had Hassan Reddick with 1. No. Just C.J. Gardner, 1 interception. Against the Cowboys, what we had, Hold on, y'all. I got y'all. CJ Gardner, again, 2 interceptions. Player of the month to me. You had Darius Slay with 1 against the Steelers. What we had? Hold on, I'm getting there, y'all. I don't know. It's not showing the defense for this for some reason. I can't really remember exactly offhand, but I do know. Here we go. Okay, interceptions. We had 1, and that was by, guess who? CJ Gardner. So in 3 games, he got 4 interceptions. He leads the league with 5. To me, he's the player of this quarter, this month, whatever you want to call it. He's been holding it down. Got hurt 1 game, came back, got an interception in the game. Okay. And against the Texans. What we do against the Texans, y'all? What we do? 2 interceptions. 1 by Bradbury. That's what I was talking about. And guess who else? That'll be CJ Gardner. Every game this quarter, he has had an interception. Y'all get an A+. The only bad showing that I seen, like I said, was Bradbury against Houston, but he redeemed himself with an interception. So what can I say? All right, defensive line, man. No, I did defensive line. So if we want to do linebackers, I'm just going to tell you straight up. The first 4 games was way better for the linebackers. It was better for Hassan Reddick. It was better for TJ Edwards, but they still have been solid. TJ Edwards, Hassan Reddick, and the rest of the crew has been solid. Not gonna lie to you, safeties, y'all know how I feel about that. I don't understand why they're starting to bring Kayvon Wallace in more. Now, they did just bring up another guy. I can't remember his name, but he was good in the preseason, and I liked him. Comment below, let me know. But Kayvon Wallace, to me, he needs to not play. He's not ready. He's barbecue chicken. I don't know why he's not ready. I thought that he would. I like the kid, y'all. If y'all go back to my old videos, Kayvon Wallace was a stud at Clemson. And I thought that we stole one in the 4th round. But maybe the teams was looking at something different, more different than I seen. And they might be right. Epps, like him a lot. He just doesn't have that demand the ball situation, like ball hawk. The rest of our guys in the secondary have the ball hawk. Avonte Maddox, Darius Slay, CJ Gardner, Bradbury, they are ball hawks. Just even last game. No, not last game. I'm sorry, the game before that. Mike Epps gets a touchdown. I mean, not touchdown. An interception in his hand. And drops it. That cannot be done when you're on a team but when you're on a team with so many ball hawks. You got to find a way to come up with that football. Because you don't get many opportunities. But when that opportunity comes, you have to make it better. So to me, I'm going to give the safeties a B. Everybody gets a good grade. It's honorable. But it's one situation to where y'all still get a C-, and y'all lucky I don't give y'all a flunking grade. And that is special teams. I have a problem with special teams. Let's talk about it, man. And this hurt my heart. Because it's 3 stages of the game. It's 3 situations of the game. You got offense, defense, special teams. People don't, to me, people don't appreciate special teams as much as I do. I play special teams. I know what it's like. And you give your offense such a boost if they get to start at their own 40 sometimes without a turnover. If they get to start at even at the 50, but it seems like every single time Jalen Hurts is starting at the 20, the 10, the 5 of his opponent. It has a drive. You know, we had a 18-yard, what was it, an 18 play against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because we started at the 10-yard line from a stupid decision by Covey. Covey got to get better. They started putting Devontae Smith for punt returns. That really ain't working. Either you got to find a guy or you got to scheme up something. Because this special teams is not getting it. Shout out to Jake Elliott, but you did miss a couple field goals since Dicker the kicker got kicked off the team. That got to get better too. But all in all, I'm loving 8-0. I'm loving what's going on, but I got to be real. Two things have got my eyebrows up. Special teams and the run game. You fix them, sky's the limit, y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Am I right or if I'm wrong? I'm going to do a premiere on this one. That way y'all can comment through the whole situation. Let me know if y'all agree, man. Y'all already know. Stay Philly, stay fresh, y'all. Yo, that.